to do some nice jukes, so I'm gonna try my new plays out with you, see how they work out. But you should be. Have you even bothered trying to get any more draft picks with all those middle linebackers and defensive tackles you got?
So let's get you out to Kansas City as we say hello to Brandon Guyton.
Yeah, man, that's what I did. I used all my extra guys to get picked. Or if you need, who do you need? What do you need?
Kansas City. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between
the
Miami
guard or
Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
A defensive tackle and the middle linebacker and a draft pick, and go find a good right tackle, and I'm sure you can get it from somebody who's like looking to you know, for a draft pick. Shit.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Okay, the starters for the Miami Dolphins offensively. Charles, who are we highlighting?
Got to highlight Jay Ajayi, their running back. Came out of Boise State as a fifth-round pick, but most people had his talent much more like a second round. There were some medical concerns with the knee, but he can do it all. Run, catch, block. He's truly a three-down back.
And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That was a
and let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
When Derrick Johnson entered the league as a first-round draft pick, he was known as an outside linebacker with a lot of speed. He's evolved into one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL.
And he'll get this in enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to 48.
Got caught up in the fucking tackle.
For someone who piled up the yardage that Jay Ajayi did in 2016, I think it was a strange type of a year. How many runners do you know that will end the season with more 200-yard games on the ground than 100-yard games and end up over 1,000?
Very, very strange. 3 200-yard games, just 1 100-yard game. All in all, though, how do you see a season? A rough start, but looked pretty good in the end.
Rough start, but a really good offensive line that continues to grow. I think the future's really bright for Jay Ajayi and the Dolphins next season.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
What happens, man?
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Here we go with Jamal Charles.
Get off, get off. I was trying to shake you.
Down to the 48-yard
touchdown if I shake you, right?
Gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is.
Would have been nice to have that
especially in
Texans
the
running
red
back.
zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A toss play. Here comes Charles. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Staying behind my blocker.
Jamal Charles, 48 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays.
I like that me and you to whip pretty much everybody.
Like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep.
the people come and try and test our food, and it's just like, all right, go. They got to get through Duke. They got to get through Blue. We're like, you know, you ever see them video games where they got to get through all these other guys before they get to the top guys?
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen.
Get him.
Also showed confidence.
I was pushing my man. I was pushing your blocker too far overnight.
So now they've got to
come back stuck where I was.
Start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. Deion Sims is tied in the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Ajayi.
Get him, man.
He'll be tackled at about the 35. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation.
The big fella.
Who's that?
It's a big play there for Miami.
I'm up 7-0.
44 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing.
Are you in your draft right now?
Position.
Fresh set of downs here.
Yeah.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll take this inside the 20 down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're
far away
in the red zone.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team.
Yeah,
defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can
I'm broadcasting, Blue, if you want to come watch this.
We just saw there, that's a big day.
He's on my 18-yard line.
And I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help.
I was there. I was right there.
He got rid of it before.
That was mine. You better kick your field goal. Don't give me another. Don't give me an interception.
It's
Go
going to be a
for it.
favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out
you
of
want to
their
give me
own
an
head
interception?
because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Tannehill now to throw.
I told you.
Hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down the turf. Incomplete. And the Chiefs
I don't even know your play.
set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Fuck. You're so dumb, you can't stop them from, like, crossing back when you're, like, in the middle of a play here.
They begin the drive with Charles. He'll push forward for about
I hate when they keep switching up with buttons pushing, doing
a
the
couple
tackle
of
fucking
Dolphins
battle.
in on the stop. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work.
Woo, another touchdown, baby. That's the 2nd rushing touchdown.
Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles.
You were expecting a pass, weren't you? Tell me the truth.
In this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow.
You ready for a run?
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already.
Don't let this game get away from you, JT.
I get some more, and it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Still can get a hand if I stop you.
He's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Ooh, could have been a big fucking.
That incompletion.
That could have been a big fucking.
The clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D, you're right. They just need the O. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
Oh, he just fucking fucked you up.
Situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And out come the Chiefs now. So they give it up just on their side of midfield.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt.
I already have 130 here.
Down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive. But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
How did he get
this
by
time
you?
he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
Ooh, you're lucky.
Match up with him without
Fuck, you're lucky that wasn't a touchdown.
You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up.
I mean, that didn't make you like panic for a second. Yeah, but I was trying to beat him.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 4th down, Smith. Incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl career view here, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, you know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look in the fall.
That was mine, man.
He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. They set up the screen to Ajayi, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Cameron, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass.
Good job. Stop me, got the touchdown.
And it's really not
that could have got out of hand.
To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, it's Smith. Quick slant, that's caught by Mackler.
You're just trying to take my man out. You're trying to take my man out.
At the 44. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith.
Ah, fuck, I was hitting the button. It wouldn't pass.
He'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Maybe your guy was like too close or something.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Brandon, another catch for Tyreek Hill. How do you defend him? Because kickoff return, punt return, catching the ball, whether it's a receiver out of the backfield, and, of course, you can run it with him, too.
Well, let me give you some numbers from last year. To your point, 12 total touchdowns, 6 of them receiving, 3 rushing, and 3 in the return game.
If you're an offensive coordinator and you can't diagram plays for this guy, turn in your clipboard.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st down, Smith going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Yep.
Chris Conley,
I saw it, and then you were right there, too. You almost sacked me.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter.
And I get the ball back.
Anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, It almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
You know, new playoff tell me about?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Tannehill, he's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout.
Bullshit cornerback is that?
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tell me that wasn't bullshit, Blue. Tell me that wasn't bullshit.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
It was fucking beautiful.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle.
Oh, he tried to truck me.
Pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Tannehill.
Oh, get it. Oh.
Loose.
I've had an interception where the ball was on the player and he picked it up.
And it's 3rd and short.
Like he was able to he picked it off the guy. Was that with you, Blue?
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
You got it.
Jordan Cameron in the final seconds of the first
that
half.
fucking bullshit
and the
bomb.
Dolphins have got it back to
It was a good bomb, no damn. My cornerback was bullshit.
This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he brings it back. Can you believe it?
Madden, stop trying to make this competitive.
On the final play of the first half.
That's not even right.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
That's not even right.
All the time on special teams about keeping your head
Blue,
on
tell me that's
swivel,
not
trying
two
to see the
bullshit
whole
things.
field.
Tell me that's not
Hard
bullshit.
to do when things are going that
That's
fast,
EA.
bodies all over
That's
the place.
That's
You're
EA.
just trying to find
That's
the
totally
right guy
EA
to align
going, hey,
yourself with.
we got to make
On
this a
that
closer
play,
game.
Wow.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about
That's
what
EA. That's the EA giving you that. EA is like, we feel sorry for him. We got to make him fumble. Let him catch it near the string.
Here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Second down following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Smith now on second down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Only 3 yards on the catch.
He didn't really run how I wanted him to do it.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Slot man moves right. Smith on 3rd down.
Nice.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
I saw that, but I didn't think you were going to get it. I saw it, but I didn't think you were going to get it. I underestimated him.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
But he never like made you fumble and give a 6. And
so they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
JT knows he's got.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Defense showing blitz.
Well, you can win, man.
Bring a receiver in motion left. They run. Charles. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well,
partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
oh, fuck. Charles is dope.
A few times here today.
He really
this
got
run's
fucked up
not
on
going
that
to go
play.
anywhere. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football.
Oh, Kenny's back in the party. Kenny, you here?
Play. If you're on offense,
You up?
be aware a ball may come your way.
I'm broadcasting. Are you watching this?
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He held the ball too long.
Different topic here.
I'm not sure why
2018
he
Super Bowl
didn't
traveling
pass it
north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
Now Smith going underneath for Charles. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the back goes into motion. Smith throwing again. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Chiefs are
his speed is 90.
away from tying up
His
this
speed is 97.
game. And his kick is good. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And you missed all the freebies that you got from EA.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule.
He got a good pass, just my man didn't stop him.
20-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
That's Duke.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he's got the first before he's brought down.
I need you to fumble the ball, okay? On your next
line.
run, got to be a fumble.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or feet or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a big
I don't know
play
how you got
there
past
for
that
Miami.
guy.
43 yards on the ground. Well, a nice little sprint there. I guess if you're the defense, the only thing you hold on to, you got him out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal.
And that's all you can hold on to because they didn't hold on to him very well on that run. He gives them 1st and goal, as you outlined, with a big-time play.
They come up in an offset eye. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. 2nd and goal. Still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Really working for this touchdown.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. That's caught.
Oh, give me that. Oh, you got that?
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And this is caught by Cameron for a Miami touchdown.
I got caught up in the line.
Cameron there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
I know, right? Wow.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Smith, flush to his right. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. Good enough for a Kansas City 1st down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the 50, it's Smith. being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And not good here. Their field general is still down, and that would not bode well for this offense if he's unable to continue. Halfback sent in motion.
Oh, man.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They come out here in the eye. 10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra.
If you didn't get those 2 lucky touchdowns, this would not be the way it is. No, that was a good pass or a shitty coverage.
And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
And that ball did not travel 10 yards. It's a penalty. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looks like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
He went down the truck.
Down, but not before they're inside the 25. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
He ran right into my man.
Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. So the offense lining up first and 10. Tannehill now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They run with Ajayi. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he's able to put it through. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been taking a knee.
That was a fumble. I'd be
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they worked on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Oh, man.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kiko Alonso in there to drop him as the clock
For sure thought he was
going
going to be able to get that fake off and then pass it, but it's just not fast enough.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Ah,
A crusher there.
I slowed down to try and catch it, but he just went out of place for some reason.
And a big turnover.
Did you see me slow down?
Guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins offense now ready
Slowed
to go
down, but he
back
didn't
out
fucking
on
get
the
into
field.
place. He
They
just
have the
sort of
lead,
watched me catch
obviously,
it.
late in the game. I
don't know why they do that. I don't know why they
some
just
reason
don't
they
like
make
try
a
and go for
mistake.
it.
A field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all
Yeah,
around. Excellent
EA
blocking,
handed that
but
to
the guy
you.
carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with a J. And for one of the few
I'll give you
times
credit for
today,
the
this
bomb,
one's
but not the
gonna go
fumble
anywhere.
touchdown.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Yep.
Whenever we meet with coaches, and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football,
You already
it's
know.
oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's
That was
another
a
thing
good
to
catch.
win and put up the amount of points that they
That
did.
was a good catch.
Boy, were they clicking on offense.
That was a
They
shitty
can't help
cornerback.
but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continue.
What's that?
As an offensive coordinator,
Oh yeah.
I think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
There's 4 people watching now. There's 4 people on it. A 4th person just joined. Yeah. Well, a share play, you can only one can watch, right?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew.
Oh hell yeah, I don't care.